Great, welcome ladies and gents, I'm the Super Gamer, and a lot of you may not know that I'm actually a fairly decent Harry Potter fan.
Not only have I seen all the movies, but I've read all the main series books, including The Cursed Child, and even went to the Wizarding World in Universal Studios, Florida. The butterbeer there tasted bloody brilliant.
And to celebrate Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald coming out this month, I figured we'd take a look at another Harry Potter game, but where to look? I know, maybe there's one on my phone! Well, there goes that then, apparently. I know, why don't we take a look at a game that's all about the most famous sport in all of fiction? Quidditch!
More specifically, Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup, released in 2003 for 6th generation systems. Quidditch is without a doubt one of the most popular fictional sports to ever come out of a book, to the point where there are even real-life clubs dedicated to the sport. And who better to handle a fictional sport than the king of disposable sports games, EA. Yay. So how well does the game deliver to Quidditch fans and Harry Potter fans alike? Let's find out. This is Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. Okay, I'm just getting this out of the way. There is no story at all in this game. The purpose for this game's existence is to grab a friend and compete in the Quidditch World Cup. I mean, all our favorite characters from the Harry Potter series are here and accounted for, but they're just kind of there, you know? With that out of the way, let's start the actual review with the aesthetics. Graphically speaking, this game is I mean, I've seen worse looking games on the PS2 before, but god dang, this game is a really bland looking one. Granted, the different environments for the different stadiums all look pretty nice, but that's really the best I can say. You want to get into how little care EA put in this game? How about the terrible and frankly insulting voice acting?
This ball's called the quaffle. The chasers throw the quaffle to each other and try to get it through one of the hoops to score a goal. 10 points every time the quaffle goes through one of the hoops.
And those character models, holy heck. Dude, those character models look like they've seen things. Don't even get me started on Hermione's face of death. Absolutely horrifying. The only thing worse than that is Dumbledore's booty face. I feel so unclean. Finally, there's the soundtrack, which is pretty forgettable, with the exception of the inclusion of Dies Irae from Verdi Requiem, mainly because that music is used for both the opening and the main menu, so you'll have that song drilled into your head before you stop playing the game. Terrific start, EA. For those of you who have been living under a rock and don't know how Quidditch works, let's have Oliver Wood explain it to you.
Right. No. Quidditch is easy.
On second thought, no, screw you Wood, I'll do it myself. Quidditch, in Muggle terms, is like if you took soccer, football, and magic flying broomsticks and put them in a blender, you'd get Quidditch. Each team has 7 players, 3 chasers, 2 beaters, 1 keeper, and finally the seeker. The chasers are tasked with using the main ball of the game, the quaffle, and try to throw it into one of the 3 hoops on the other side of the field and score 10 points. In contrast, the keeper, obviously, defends the hoops. The beater's job is to use small bats to hit heat-seeking balls known as bludgers into the enemy players. And finally, when enough time has passed, the final ball, the golden snitch, will spawn, and it is the seeker's job to chase it and catch it, scoring 150 points and end the game. Simple enough, isn't it? So how does the game itself deliver? Well, I would say that it is pretty accurate to how a real Quidditch game would play out. You first pick a Hogwarts house, and later on you can choose a team from an actual country to compete in the Quidditch World Cup. So hey, it works. Does that make the game good? No. Here's the big problem with this game. It's way too easy. Even on the harder difficulties, the AI is stupid, basically asking you to beat them. They're just total pushovers since they never put up any fight whatsoever to prevent you from taking the quaffle. Now sure, there are special moves you can do for things like tackling and scoring, but there's really no reason to do them, since the enemy AI is trash. Because of this, this game takes an exciting sport and makes it the equivalent of watching paint dry. That is just an insult to Harry Potter fans everywhere. And the reason why it's boring is that it takes forever for the snitch to finally show up, so you can end the game. The snitch operates on this bar that both teams can fill up. And you wanna know how you fill it up? By passing the quaffle. Yeah, don't actually play the game, just screw around and pass the ball around so the snitch can arrive and we can all go home. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure passing the ball back and forth and not doing anything else is not how a sport is supposed to be played. Because of that, this game not only fails as a Harry Potter game, but it also fails as a sports game too. That is inexcusable. Overall, Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup is a pretty bad sports game. I mean, I wasn't expecting much since this is EA we're talking about, but man does this game fail to deliver on both not insulting the characters we all know and love, but also failing on being a fun sports game as well. There is absolutely no reason to play this game nowadays, which is a shame since a sports game about Quidditch is a great concept, but EA's lack of care led to this game's undoing. I'm going to give this game a 1 out of 5.
Until then, I'm the Super Gamer, and if you choose me, I'm just gonna go listen to Dolores Umbridge because she's more appealing than this game. Seriously.